Well, I'm back here with a little hot rod Bonneville, trying to get some work done. See, it's not the brightest. It's decently early in the morning, but there's a nice cool breeze in the air, which is not a good sign considering the other day it was 90 degrees. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So, those of y'all around here know exactly what I'm talking about. That usually means storms. And every once in a while, I'm hearing some thunder in the distance. Now, it was supposed to rain the other day. It didn't do it. And it was supposed to rain Saturday evening, not Saturday morning. So I was like, I'll be fine. Saturday morning will be great. Because I can work in the car, go inside in the evening, and it'll rain. Oh, Mother Nature, and you're PMSing. You have changed my plans. So, I'll try to get what I can done now. Get a little bit done later. All that good stuff. Y'all might hear that. Oh yeah, y'all hear that. Always gotta be something in the way. Alright. I'll try to get that put on now. But I did go to that swap meet and I found one part that I wanted. Now I couldn't find the Mickey Thompsons. These are technically still Mickey Thompsons, but they say Holly. I wanted the MT. This is the best thing I could find around here. And boy, are these washers a pain. Pull them away, they want to go back. Try to do things an easy way and they don't want to do it. Yeah, there's some flashes of lightning. I'm probably not going to get anywhere today. Well, the fan is going to be a no for now. Just straight up no. I was able to get on Summit, look at the other 4 that was offered for the Bonneville. None of them had measurements, called them up, and they were able to find me the measurements. Well, close to the measurements that they could find anyway. And, well, went from there and found one a lot closer to what I needed for my specs. And getting that swapped out. So, yeah, I'm just going to obviously wait on that. And I went ahead and ordered the other heater hose as well as valve cover gaskets. So that way, I get that top end fixed up. Carburetor is still going to be the thing. This one probably could run. I don't have any bolts in it right now. Well, I don't have any bolts, so yeah, right now it's not going to. But I'm just going to try to get this thing a lot closer. The other thing I got is I got my wire separators. I'm going to go ahead and throw those on. And start getting this thing, trying to get it tucked up. Alright, so now what we're looking at here looks a little bit better. I do have another kit I may add together. I bought 2 packs of those, so I think I can get it a little bit neater than that. And that's better. Of course, this side, these lines are going to need to be moved. The vacuum line for the transmission will be moved. And all neat. Over here, looks a lot better. So got the wiring to deal with. But the headers, unfortunately, got rid of the little heat shield that the wires go down through there. So I'm going to have to reroute them a little bit differently. Not a big deal. Look cleaner at least. And yeah, go from there. I still got starter. But I think I'm going to do a little bit of this right here next. Which I'm going to fix the line first so I can get that on and then worry about putting all the accessories back on. But that kink right there is what I want to get out now. It's not that bad, but I would like to make it a little bit better. I know I'm not going to get it back perfect. Now I'm going to use my expensive workbench here that I recently purchased. And yeah, it's pretty much just a workbench right now. I did drive it here. It still runs, but it needs some fixing up. So using a big hammer. I think that's going to be good now. It's better. Shouldn't really hurt anything on flow or anything for this engine. But it looked like it can start to fatigue crack, and I'd rather not risk that now. So I'm just going to go ahead and get this actually connected. And then I'm going to find a place to cut and add a fuel filter. Now, as y'all recall, this was a 2-barrel, which means this is not actually correct anyway. So it's going to take a little bit of time to get it right, as well as where I'm cutting, so I can get a filter in. I'm not really going to put much rubber line, just enough to connect the filter to this. And then from there, should be pretty easy to manipulate these lines a little bit. The bottom should be all right. It's this top section that's going to be a bit different. So right now, I'm trying to get these pretty close to where they should be, so I can check the clearance around the fuel line at the bottom and all that good stuff. That way I know everything is where it should be. And shouldn't have to worry about any kind of interference problems, hopefully. Not getting my hopes up. It's always something to run into, some kind of issue. So alright, it's starting to come together. I had to take a break and work on another car that came over, but got that taken care of. Gotten this taken care of. Put some new fuel line down there while I was at it. That connected. Alternator and power steering, good to go, other than the wiring for the alternator. And got that set up, cut me a piece. That's ready to go. Yeah, we're getting there. Now it's time to find a spot finally for these gauges. I kind of like that. Not that I'd ever use it, but the ashtray's in the way over there. I can't think of any other place. So, I guess that's where I'll mount it, right about there. Maybe. It's gotta look good, you know? Well, look good isn't I gotta be able to see it good. And that looks good to me. I mean, technically soda's right there, but yeah. You know what? Thing is, I'm never going to use the ashtray. It don't sit in there right anyway. Let's see if I do this. Alright, well I want to see my foot here on the pedal. Alright, my foot's not in the way. Yeah, I broke down and drilled a hole in the firewall. I knew it was going to happen. Now to take care of that little hole, I got one of these little grommets here, the end right there. I forget where I got them at, but I can slide that through the firewall, way nothing rubs on the metal, and seal it off. And it's smaller than the other end, so it should seal. Now getting this end through here is number one priority first, because you know the nut on it. Should be able to try to force it through still. Screwdriver, the universal tool. Pry bar, push rod, Bondo finder, ignition key. You know, I could probably go on, but and we'll berth it out here, and there we go. Yep, just like that. Now I can run that through as well as the oil, and we're good on gauges. Now, might as well get started, bolted up right, if you can see me. There we are. Look at that. That should do well. Along with some better, heavier duty battery cable. And almost there. Ah! Don't roll! Of course it was a 10 millimeter to try to roll away. Okay, well. Okay. See if I can do this. That sounds like that's loose, doesn't it? Oh, it's because of flange. This is a temporary scare, huh? Out, right in the eyes. Something right in the eyes. That's cool. That's great. I love it. Oh. Ow. Ah! My eyeball. I got it out of my eye. I'm coming back for round two. Oh, well, I got the wiring in my way. I'll figure that out in a second. Alright, I readjusted myself. See if I can. Almost. Aha! Got it. Sweet. Now it's just a power. Woohoo! Power. Woo! That was, well, that's probably not a good sign. So what I'm going to do is tighten that starter bolt up a little bit more before that one falls out and tries to hit me in the face too. That was too close for comfort. There we go. I just need to work on this. There. Now the other bolt that tried to hit me in the face. Oh, yeah, it fell over there. Okay. Now I'm just going to make sure I have plenty of length on the positive wire, and I do. So, with that, I can get rid of this black wire that they had for the positive. Hook mine up. Add some extra ground later. And yeah, I'll connect the oil pressure sensor up next time because it's getting late. Got sidetracked working on another car that came over. Of course, the rain this morning slowed me down. Yeah. Still got some stuff to address, but, you know, I got some stuff done. Unfortunately, I wanted to get more, but, you know, things happen. So, yeah. At least it looks better. You can kind of see the mini starter hanging down there, being all cool like. Oh, and just in case you can't tell, that little piece sticking out of the firewall I added. A little piece of rubber right there. Perfect. Well, I accomplished some work on the Bonneville today. Not as much as I wanted, but made progress. The clutch fan, I'm just going to have to wait on it. They're sending me another one. I'll send that one back. I'll have the correct size, so they'll just go right on. Valve cover gaskets for the valve covers that I'm going to clean up later. And then throttle bracket and such. But, important thing, so I still need a carburetor. I'm going to start hunting for one here pretty soon. And I better hurry up and clean up before the wife gets mad at me for taking too long and missing dinner. So, hope you enjoyed this episode. As always, thanks for watching.